What up, YouTube? We are live, and we are back in the building. And shout out to you. So check it. I'm back. I am back. And y'all are seeing me more than y'all seen me in a very, very, very long time, but I'm happy to be here. And I got the ladies with me today. Let's welcome our guests to the show. We have Miss Harmony back, which y'all saw. Me and Miss Harmony had a dope conversation yesterday. And I'm looking forward to this one today as well. So what up, Miss Harmony? How you feeling?
Feeling good. Feeling lovely. How are you?
I am chilling. I'm ready to get into the topic. This topic, by the way, was curated by Sandy. What up, Sandy? You in the building? Shout out to you. Sandy, hold on. Let me give Sandy some hand claps. Hold on. Where's she at? Hold on. I got you, Sandy.
Sandy, the reason I'm here. Told me about the podcast.
So what up? So we got our peoples coming in the door. The relationship ladies, shout out to you. Oh, April, talk to me when we gonna get into a topic. So please stay active in the comment section. Also, my guy, the world class is in the building. Salute and shout out to you, my brother. It's all, you know what? Let me know if you want to jump on at some point, my guy, and I got you. I'll send over the link, and we can get a little deeper into this topic. So, Sandy, this is all your fault. But before we even start, I would like for you to introduce yourself to the audience. Let the people know what you're about and what you got going on. It's your first time on the panel with us.
Yes, it is. Hi, you guys. I'm Sandy. I am a member of the new, I don't know how you want to say it, like the new crew of Meet to Marry.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm a mother of 3. I am in the medical field. This right here is my friend. This right here is my boss.
You did it the opposite way, but okay.
Yeah.
She's right here, you're right here. So she's right here and you're right here. Okay.
All right. So my guy said cheeks. He said, what that mean? She always smiling. Well, sometimes she could be a little mean and rough around the edges, but I love her though.
You got the cake. Don't play.
Word. So check it. So talk to me. As y'all can see it on the thumbnail, we talked about basically the thumbnail is you choose your baby daddy. So talk to me, Sandy. What made you want us to spark this conversation today?
I really feel like the statement alone is just one broad statement that isn't correct, because we don't necessarily as females choose our baby father. A lot of the times, and this is also going back on the conversation that you and Tay had yesterday, sometimes us females, we are looking for a relationship but end up in a situationship. Or we could be in a, what do you call it? Like a traumatic situation or trauma bond. A lot of females nowadays are looking for a relationship to get over another relationship. And a lot of the men, they focus and I don't want to say necessarily hunt, but they look for those that are weaker because they feel like they can get over faster. So, for example, not trying to put my business out there, I was in love with a man that I didn't even know for 2 years. Didn't know until, as the old folks say, you never know someone until you live with that person. So it wasn't until I personally moved in with this person after being in a relationship with a year and then finding out that he is the complete opposite of who I originally fell in love with. And a lot of people don't understand when it comes to like mental illness, if a mental illness is not being dealt with, corrected, it's going to turn into something that's going to be 10 times worse. So you may have a manipulator, and that manipulator may scheme you out of $3,000. If that person does not get situated, get therapy or some type of help, that $3,000 can turn into somebody's life. And that could have been my life. Because this man I didn't even know, he was going through what he was going through, and I'm trying to help him be a submissive girlfriend because I feel as if he would be the man that I seen, because he was definitely courting. He was definitely opening the doors. He was showing me everything that a man has never shown me that I feel as if my father would be proud of. Just to find out that he is a sociopath, a psychopath, a manipulator. Like, he is so many things, and it's crazy because I'm talking to my therapist about this man. And everything that she is telling me didn't dawn until I personally, as a victim, went and got the therapy that I needed. And it was brought to my attention that, dang on, he is all of these things. So I didn't choose to have a child with this man because I knew that he was a manipulator. I knew he was a sociopath. I knew he was a psychopath. I didn't know any of that. But what I fell in love with was who I thought he was and who he shown me he was prior to the move-in. Yes, we were engaged. We were like about to get the situation situated. That wasn't a choice that I wanted. The choice I wanted was what he portrayed himself to be. So now here I am, because I was in love. I don't believe in abortions, but I chose to sleep with a man and have a family with a man that I thought I knew. It wasn't necessarily the choice that I know he's all of this. I don't care. Open up shop. Let's eat it up. No, it wasn't none of that. So and now here I am. I'm stuck. Not necessarily saying that I'm stuck, but I'm definitely stuck with a 1-year-old. You feel me? Because in the midst of the situation, I'm thinking that I'm creating a family. I'm engaged. I'm in love. Like, we're staying together. We work. Like, and in order, like, yeah, you can say like a family without marriage. But at the end of the day, in order to get to that point, as what y'all stated yesterday, you have to do what?
You said to get to say that one more time, that last part.
I said the same thing y'all stated yesterday. Remember when I had mentioned the question, should a man court his female, and should a female be submissive to a man who is not his wife and who is not her husband?
My answer to that was that y'all should be submissive to men anyway. And if it's not worth being submissive to, you shouldn't be with him, period. Right. That was my answer. But let me ask you a question to everything that you're saying right now. What is your definition of courting?
Courting is basically, nowadays, it's the protection, it's the taking care of, it's the supportiveness, it's the being everything. For me, it's being everything my father would have wanted me to be with, which would be a man that is not going to allow me to struggle, cry without a shoulder, vent without a tissue, take care of the kids without a place to sleep or like a roof over my head. Me personally, I can't walk next to somebody who I'm in a relationship with. In other words, if I don't have a car, I'm not walking with you on the street. If there's something that I don't have and either or I'm working towards, I would want my fellow man or my guy to either have or work towards the same thing, either or. If I don't have a car, I would want him to have a car. If he doesn't have a job, now my whole thing about that is I am a provider as well because I've been forced to do it for so long. So my issue with men is I have a problem with spoiling them, thinking that I'm being submissive to them, but I'm just getting played altogether.
So okay, let me I want to hear from Miss Harmony just now, but I just want to give you the exact definition of courting. So
You want
courting,
the exact definition? I could have
yeah.
guessed that.
Well, so okay, what's the exact definition and what it
said what
means?
now?
What's the exact definition and what does it mean?
Like being involved with someone romantically,
No.
typically with the intention to
The
marry.
definition of is the full intentions of marriage. Like, so it's not even dating a person. It's literally like, I'm gonna marry you. That's it. So
Yes,
I'm
dating is
dating
a
you.
purpose.
I'm seeing you with the intention that we are gonna get married. Now, I want to hear from Miss Harmony real quick, and then I want to chime in about everything that you said, if that's okay. Miss Harmony, what do you think about everything she said?
I mean, that's our experience. You know, you live and you learn, you grow, and I think that we're in the learning and growing part right now.
Mhm.
Ultimately, I I agree, but there's always different levels. There's always different aspects of a situation. Sometimes we do choose chaos because it's familiar, because it's fun, you know, because we're just living in the moment. And other times we do go into situations based off of what we're being shown and what we're being told, and sometimes it is the opposite. Just ultimately, you can choose the wrong person, but it's about how you move forward from it.
Right. I agree.
It's good that you didn't stay in
So
the situation.
Oh no,
say it again.
no.
Oh yeah, stay in a
It's
I,
good
relationship.
that
I
you
would
Yeah.
stay.
prefer to be a single mother in struggle than be a depressed single mother in a relationship.
I don't understand that. I want to touch on that just now. But let me ask you. So, okay, it sounds like from what I heard you say about your former relationship was that you saw him, y'all were dating, you guys were enjoying each other's company. He seemed like he's put on a representative at first. He turned into something else after y'all kind of moved in with each other, y'all lived with each other, and then he was like, who is this guy? So
Mhm.
you left him, right? So do you think at some point that might have not been the actual way to do things?
No, because everything that I have, like everything that I go through, I go through it. I'm sorry.
You looking at the comment section.
No, you know who that was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Queen Lala, what up? What up?
She said, "Hey," but no. Back to what I was saying was basically, I forgot what I was saying because she threw me off. So my attention span on what we were talking about is just
It's
went smooth
extremely
out.
low.
It's
So,
gone.
all right. So basically, what I'm saying is this, right? My thoughts on the matter is, it's not the way to do things, right? And I would want, because you got a baby girl, you got, and also now that you're on a platform, we're also talking, and our responsibility is to teach the young ladies the right way to do things so they don't end up in a situation like this.
Right.
So the best thing that you could advise, or I would advise a woman to do, is to, before you give a man a child, the commitment matters. Forget the fact that you guys lived with each other. That's not a form of commitment. That's just living with each other. I could live with a roommate. It doesn't give us a bond of anything else other than bills. What bonds me to a woman is the marriage, right? Is that certificate. And on top of the certificate is the bond that I make with God. That's what gives me the right to have to take care of my wife. And if I don't, not only would God hold me liable, the state will also hold me liable to make sure that if I don't provide and do what I need to do for my wife, I'm gonna have to pay to some degree, right? That's the right way to do things. He didn't seem like he was courting you. He seemed like he was living with you. He seems like he was just being a gentleman by holding the doors for you and making sure you was okay to some degree. Those are two different things. What happens when a man shows you a representative, it doesn't truly. And here's the other part to that too. There's usually signs, right? Most signs get ignored by most people. So instead of little things, you ignore it because hey, the peen is good. We keeping it YouTube friendly. The he's giving you the certain amount of attention that you like, and it feels good, something that you might not be used to from someone else. So you're infatuated with the guy, and then comes the baby, and then it's like the expectation from you now is, well, what about the family? There's no family if you guys are not truly bonded together. You still gonna be a baby mother. You know what I'm saying? And that's the way it usually works.
So, and then a lot on the podcast, I do hear you speak a lot on baby mothers and baby fathers. What makes a person a baby mother or a baby father?
When you're not together, when you're not having a family together,
A baby
when it's just
marriage.
Yeah, a baby outside of marriage.
So it can't. So I can't be the mother of my child.
I don't understand.
Why do I have to be a baby mother and not the mother of my child?
This is just a wordplay. Either way, it's just you're the baby's mother.
Yeah.
I prefer to be called the mother of my child. It just gives more of because when you hear that, it like, oh, that's my baby mother. It gives such a negative aspect to the words. Like it's not. You feel me? Like it's so negative. Like I don't like that. And my thing is, in order to be a baby mother, even though we're not together, you was never involved. So he is a surrogate. You feel me? Like he's a sperm donor. I'm a surrogate. So at the end of the day,
you're the baby mother.
There is no baby. You feel me? Like if somebody goes to the sperm bank, you still gonna consider them a baby mother? No,
Absolutely.
that's the mother. That is the mother of the child. Like she didn't lay down and decide to just, willy-nilly, here we go. No. Like it's just a negative aspect of saying, oh yeah, that's my baby mother. Would you do you consider your wife, like when you speak to your friends, you be like, yeah, my baby mother at home right now?
That's his wife.
I say my wife is at home.
Okay, so prior to, it sounds 10 times better than, oh well, yeah, that's my baby mother. I'm still the mother of the child. I'm not a baby mother.
I think
there's no drama involved with the word. There's none of that.
There because there's no husband. There's really
I'm still the mother of my child. I'm not the baby mother.
You're still okay. I think you just don't like the word.
Yeah.
The mother of your child, baby mother. It's still the same thing because baby mother is just well, how do we say, like, it's an ethic way of saying it, right? But it's really the real word, the real way you would say it is you're the kid's mother, the child's mother, the baby's mother, right? So that's really the real way to say it. But of course, slang, we're gonna just break it down on how it just conveniently is quick to say baby mama, right? But it's still the child's mother overall. It doesn't take away from the fact if you have an active father, he's the child's father, the baby daddy, right? So it still falls into that same category, but y'all aren't married. What I do believe that we should put a negative stigma on having babies outside of marriages. I do believe that we should do that because it's not a healthy way to bring a child in statistically.
Yeah, I think keeping the negative connotation for baby mother helps to double down on the fact that you shouldn't be having sex with somebody that you're not married to. Period. And that goes back to the first conversation we had. Why are men having sex with women that they're not married to? Kind of accountability on both parts, but it just is what it is, I guess.
Right. It's not negating the fact that like you're a human being, or women that have children outside of marriage are humans, and
Right.
it's and it also became a normal part of our society to just have sex, right? And not think about the consequences until after you have to deal with a consequence. So that's just usually how it goes. It's not too late to teach your daughter though how not to be a part of that statistic, right?
Mhm.
And to teach her how to vet men better. And the way you would do that is by creating healthy relationships with men to show your daughter what she should look for in a man.
No.
You disagree with that? Talk
Yeah.
to me. What's up?
Because for me, and mind you, you're you're over here. You're married with your kid. No disrespect, Tay, love you, but you're unmarried with no kids. That's having, doing what you're doing. You're practicing, right? So boom, you're practicing, right? If you just pop up and say, "Dang on, man, I'm pregnant," what are you gonna do?
That's a good question because I don't let men ejaculate in me. Have
But
never.
understood that not all men have that control, just like not all women have that control.
Excuse
That's
me?
why I say that. I was pinned down with the first one that I had. I was in a full blown relationship 7 years. I didn't want to have kids. I technically was raped because I was in a relationship, but I told him no.
Don't say the
I
R
was
word
gonna
on
say the R
YouTube. The
word.
R word.
But I was snaked.
Make my hand shake.
I
You
was
said great.
snaked. I was
Snake
snaked.
sounds crazy.
It's the same thing because I was snaked by a snake. You feel me? So like I was snaked into the situation, still in the cabinet. So I was like, and I don't believe in abortions.
I don't either, but I believe in plan B. So if in the event somebody does ejaculate in me, what goes up must come down. So I would know if there's some unfamiliar liquids coming out of my vagine. I would know if you were
After
supposed
the fact, though,
to on the stomach. You got 72 hours to handle that. There's no way I'm having a baby. I'm sorry. That's not happening.
I know women that tell me that like every time they have sex outside of whatever relationship that they're in, they automatically jump and take a plan B
Like
because they just don't know.
that
You know
don't
what
even
I'm saying?
in which they shouldn't be doing that because what a lot of females don't understand the damage you're doing to your body by consistently doing that or consistently having those abortions could be 10 times worse than just having the child.
that's true, but
And
I
then you don't know because you're out, you're fornicating, you're having, fun, adult fun, and you just happen to, dang on, you don't know what's going on behind you. I don't care what nobody say.
I'm
It
30.
could be pre-cum.
I don't know how that
Pre-cum can get people pregnant just as fast as ejaculation. That's what a lot of people don't understand,
I
and it
never heard
definitely can.
anybody get
So at the
pregnant
end
or
of the day, what I'm
become
trying to
whatever.
say is you can't really. It's different situations for different people, but it's the same situation when it comes to the mindset of a female in her body. No female wants to do 10 times more damage than what our body is already going through. You, as a man, you can speak on it, but you can't even deal with a level 10 period cramp to even understand what it is that we go through as females. You can put your two cents in on what it is that you want us to do with our body, but you're not understanding that it's still our body that's going through the situation. So you can sit here and say, yeah, you guys as females, y'all shouldn't be sitting here practicing having sex. Ain't no man out here, and I don't care what they say, cannot tell me that they haven't put palm to jack. They haven't sat here and looked at Palm Lilla and saw some videos, some wet palm. Yes, Jack, yes, palm and Jack, palm and Coke. So what I'm saying is You can't tell me that there's men out here 25 that have never even thought about having sex. Not in this generation. You might have hit it back in 1960, 54, because everybody was, on the field trying to do what they need to do or whatever, working. But even then, y'all were having sex. So you can't say that we shouldn't be having sex. It's easier to say it than to do it. I personally, I have been without sex for years, but at the end of the day, I have gone single for years. Like you said, you live and you learn. Every situation that I have gone through, I learned from, and I tried to go about differently in the next situation. Same thing with this situation that I just got out of with my 1-year-old. I know now that I'm not moving in with no man.
So forget the move in part. How about the not having sex?
That's what I'm about to get into. Mind you,
okay,
that was a year ago. I might have dibbled and dabbled, but at the end of the day, it's been months since I've had that type of fun. Hence the reason why I'm so angry. But
yeah, you mad all the time. It's crazy.
You feel me? So like that's what I'm saying. So it's certain things for certain people. So you can't just say, "Oh, y'all got to stop having sex." What about those females that didn't ask for it?
Okay, so then that's a different topic, right? When we talk about grape, that's one thing. We're talking
what I'm
about
saying is it's not necessarily not. I'm not speaking on the snake
because because that's an anomaly, right?
With so the question that I'm saying is when we didn't ask for it. For example, we agreed on the stimulation aspect of it, correct? But if we're from the back, there's multiple females out here. Boom, pregnant, pop condom. Boom, pregnant because the man poked the hole. Boom, pregnant.
But it's not. That's not as common as you think. A lot of women are having sex unprotected and having.
That's true,
babies.
but also it's the same percentage of those females having sex unprotected that you don't understand, nor do you know, because those females haven't spoke out. So there's still that same percentage of females that have not spoken out about what has happened or what has permit.
We can't. I don't believe that we can actually talk about a percentage of women that was getting hit from the back and the condom popped, right? I think we could talk more about the I wouldn't even say that. I think that's your assumption. But I think in reality, it's you can't even Google that because there's no record of that. But I think we could go.
That's why
I think we could go. I think we could go way more off of the amount of the rate that women are being born, children are being born in America. To being out of wedlock is usually out of a situation where they loved the dude. They might have thought she could change him by having his baby. I believe it's more of that. More women get caught up in your situation where it's, I thought I loved him. He was a good man. He showed me a representative. And yes, I didn't think that marriage was going to be the most important thing. I just loved him. And he promised me that he was going to be there. I think a lot of women are caught up in that situation.
Yeah.
Then we can't say that the women are caught up in the getting hit from the back in the condom pop.
I'm saying, but it's more situations other than just getting hit from the back with the condom pop. Like, let's be real. There's more situations other than that where females have literally became pregnant and did not want to have a child, but practiced. Me, I don't believe in abortion.
You can only get pregnant if a man ejaculates inside of you. So you wouldn't. This is where I'm having trouble because I have been having. Well, hold on, hear me out because I'm really curious about this. Again, 31, no kids. I've never been ejaculated in. So I'm not understanding, like, I don't have sex with men that don't give me ultimate respect. And most of the time, prior to me being 28, I started my whole phase in 29. My whole phase meaning having sex with men that I'm not in relationship with. Whatever. I started late, period. I have sex for the first time until I was 20. But it's because I did not want to have a child outside of marriage. And that's why I waited. That's always been my thing. That's always my thing. I don't want to have sex with you because we're not married. I can be convinced because I'm a woman, I'm human. You know, so it happens that way. But every time I have sex is with the understanding that I'm not doing this because of anything other than that stimulation. We're not having a child. You better pull out, and I need to see it. Most cases, I'm swallowing the kid, keeping it a bean with you. So there's no possibility that that's happening to me. And there's never been a possibility that that's happening to me. I get the whole pre-cum thing, but I don't get the pre-cum thing because what?
What?
Yeah.
Y'all never heard of people getting pregnant from pre-cum? That's
Bro,
crazy.
no.
It,
In real life,
it's a
no.
possibility,
Real
but
life.
it's not.
Yes.
You
Pre-cum is
you could
actually
probably look up the possibility.
Be for
The
real.
likelihood is these guys are finishing off in the women,
Right. That's what I'm trying
and
to say. Like,
the women
if
are in
you
full
see,
knowledge that it's happening.
yes, if you don't see semen at the end of it and he claims he's finished, something wrong.
I
Something wrong.
personally has pushed all not all because I still got pregnant. I personally have pushed semen out of my pussy. I definitely
Whoa.
And
you didn't go get a plan.
You can't sit here and say that all semen is going to come out once it's in, and it's not. Even if they hit you on the rim, it's still going to go in regardless. You can't sit here and tell a mother of three that she's just been laying down all 3 times and said, yeah, put it in me. Definitely not, because definitely for me, I was always the auntie that was never going to have kids. I don't like kids. I'm always going them kids for real. So you can't tell me because my first kid was was a 1%er because I was on birth control, Depo-Provera. I was not supposed to have no kids.
Dang. Yeah.
So again, where you at? This way, Mingo. So it's not necessarily we lay down and we know. No, sometimes the protection that we do have does not work.
The birth control.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is
the pre-cum thing. I feel like that's a misconception.
Birth control with the first one. The second one, he was a rape child, grape child. With the grape child, I don't believe in abortions. At the end of the day, he was still my responsibility because I decided to go to that party. I decided to drink.
So personal.
But I was still young. So here I am now. I'm me as a mother. I'm taking responsibility because that's now me. Did I try to put him on child support for what? I'm not missing out. No, I'm not missing out on no days to go try to put somebody on child support who I barely even know because I got taken advantage of.
Can we keep it a bean and a buck? The reason why a lot of women are on birth control is because they believe that that's a way to have unprotected sex without a condom. Right. So whether the condom breaks or not, a lot of women are having go on birth control because the mindset is that if I have sex, I won't get pregnant. That's the point of birth control, because the other way to not have a baby on birth control is to not have sex, period. But if you're choosing to have sex with a man and knowing that it is a fail-safe, right? When it comes down to birth control, because everyone knows that, because I learned that in sex ed. I was a child in having sex education in a Catholic school. So even with that being said, right?
Back in the day, that was part of physics.
Right. So my point is that I learned that even on birth control, a woman can still have a child. So the only way to abstain from having a child is to, one, do what Miss Harmony said, right? She right here to me. By swallowing, right here to me, by swallowing, or on my person, or abstaining from sex, period, because not even a condom is a 100% way. So the moment you interact with a man and you have sex with him, the mindset should be, I am willing to have his child.
Yep.
No matter what.
Period. Either way,
no matter what.
Candidate. Either way, never had sex with a man. I wouldn't sit here and look like, we can have a kid together. Never, ever had sex with a man. Granted, I was also.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
At point. I'm about to say, you ain't just get out of school like, oh my golly gee willikers, man, I want to have a kid with you.
Well, yes, I was very much that girl. I was that girl. Yes, I was.
Nah.
Yeah. Yeah,
No, because I don't care what nobody say. Everybody had a whole phase. Everybody had a whole phase.
I didn't start my whole phase till I was
Everybody?
29.
Everybody had a whole phase.
Not till I was
And
29.
the whole phase doesn't necessarily say that you was over here just, giving your body away. But no, you definitely slept around. You
That's the whole
definitely
phase.
did.
Right.
Yes,
That's basically giving your body around.
That could be
Same thing.
that could just be you dating multiple people. You don't have to have sex.
And giving your body to they don't dating is not
phase. You could be
that's
dating
not a whole
multiple.
phase.
Yeah, no, I
That doesn't
dated in
make
delusion.
sense.
I really thought I was marrying every single man that I dated and had sex with. I have a list of them. Like I have a list of the men that I've had sex with. First, last names, phone. I still I might be delusional because that's not happening to me. Like I'm sorry, I see it too much. I know what to do, what not to do. I learn. That's not happening. That's not even in the realm of possibilities. That's not what?
You could go through a dating phase, and a whole phase is a different thing. A whole phase is I'm giving you my box in order to have fun with you, but I don't want to take you serious. I'm not even exclusive with you. I'm dating you like a man dates. That's what a woman calls a whole phase.
Yes.
How do you just date like a man?
Having sex with
having a whole phase
of betrothing.
So
I don't have no intention of marrying you. I want to have sex with you, and I don't even want to see you after
where
this.
I'm at. That's where I was
at. A man can have a whole phase, but a female can't have a whole phase because then they'll be considered a hoe.
It's not about can't. They were doing
it. Double standards exist. Do they not? And double standards when it comes down to you.
I feel like a double standard it only exists to the people that is existing too. Because again, if you're communicating and you tell the person that you're talking to, you know what? Hey, boom, I'm dating just like you dating. I don't want nothing serious. That's like, okay, cool. But if you're sitting here talking about I'm dating you, but I don't want you dating nobody else because I'm dating other people. No, there's no agreement there.
Then you need to leave. That's the end of the story.
So the double don't work.
You shouldn't even be sleeping with that guy.
Yeah, end of story. It's over.
Y'all miss what I'm saying. I'm going back to his comment when he said that it exists. It only exists to those that allow it to.
Okay.
It exists because it's a real thing. Okay, should a woman that hits a man, should she be able to hit a man without getting slapped back by that man?
No.
Wait,
right.
what?
But you know if a woman hits a man, it's not. Hold on. If a woman hits a man, it is not as frowned upon as if a man hits a woman.
Why it's not?
Because it's a double standard.
Is still what? A woman, which means she's old enough to know right and wrong. If we're talking about boys and girls, that's different. Regardless.
Yeah, I'm not talking about how you feel. I'm talking about how society accepts the double standard.
We need to understand that we are less than a man. We do not have the same strength. We do not hold the same capability of a man. We could slap a man and that man turn a cheek. That man slap us and our neck is broke. That's two separate things. We need to know our place as a female. And then we can't sit here and throw a rock and then sit here and hide our hand when the glass is broke talking about I don't know what happened. You know what happened. You know what led to that man to slap you, just like you know what led to you to slap that man. There is no in between, none of that. Because again, we are females. Men was born before us. We came from the man to be what? Supported for that man. A rib is a bone to support the body. So therefore, if we're made from that bone, we are there to support that man's body, soul, heart, and everything else that is along with them. We're not there to tear him down. So if we're sitting here putting hands on him, we deserve to get slapped down and pushed around. Sure do.
So okay. And I'm not gonna touch. I didn't want to touch into that topic as much as that. I was just trying to show that beyond how you feel, it is societal okay for a woman to hit a man, right? It's not. Women do not face the same amount of time, or even like you see it on TV. I just watched the show. A woman slapped the crap out of a man, and if it was vice versa, actually, you know what? Me and Miss Harmony watched that yesterday, where the same type of situation, a woman got up in the man's face, and we said it. If he would have got up, it would have been different. But no one said or bat two eyes at that woman or dragged her up out of the studio,
Which that was
because it's a woman. Here's my point of saying this. The same thing goes in dating, right? So it's gonna be men that are going to have an advantage when it comes down to being a 304. He's gonna be. It's okay for society. Not saying it's okay morally, but society accepts it more, just like they would accept women's double standards more when a man sleeps around. So it's the same thing. Is it right? No. Does it happen? Yes. And would women get judged more for being 304s? Yes. It's a double standard.
So hold on.
And it's okay.
Can I interject just when it comes to that? Because at the same token, there are women that put their hands in, but at the same time, a lot of men are not calling the police. A lot of men are not pressing charges. A lot of men are not taking it to court. So they're not. Of course, I'm not gonna say they're allowing it, but they don't end to stop the perpetuality of it. It's perpetuating. It's going to continue with that person if there's no ramifications. If you're letting that woman put her hands on you, you're not hitting her back. That's commendable, respectfully. Okay, but where's the consequence? You have to be the one to give the consequence, just as we have to be the ones that I'm calling the police. I'm calling my big brother. We're the ones we're gonna find the consequence, since I know I can't beat you up and show you the consequence. You can show me the consequence by slapping the dog crap out of me. You can shut my lights out right there with the swiftness of a hand. But if there's no consequence, then of course
Sandy, back up.
That's not it looks like that.
Yeah. So I totally agree with you. You know what I'm saying? I agree. You know, women are out of control with their hands when it comes down to, you know, hitting men and stuff like that. I totally agree with you. And men do accept it. Men there's a stigma that men have been that's been placed on men that call the cops on women, that, you know, retaliate on women. So men, and every man knows this, and we learn it from a child: do not put your hands on a woman.
Yeah.
That's almost the first thing your mama teaches you.
I don't know. I told my son different.
Okay. But
my brothers got sisters, so they don't worry about stuff like that. And
you feel me? Like I taught my son different. Like I said, I guess it's all, and this goes back to the clip that I sent you, Mingo. It's all within your parenting. Like me, and I feel like it's all within your parenting and the background and how you grew up and how you want your life, how you want your kids' life to change. That's going to be different from yours. See, me, I was homeless. I grew up in the system. After the fact, you know, I was abused and everything else. And I never want none of that to happen with my kids. So I'm going to make it to the point where I don't care if I don't get no sleep. Like I said, I just got off. Here I am. Boom. If I don't get no sleep, I can go 48 hours, 72 hours with no sleep. As long as I know that I'm out here making bread for my kids, so they ain't got to go through what I went through, then that's what it's going to have to happen. So at the end of the day, when it comes to like being a parent and switching it up, like me, I'm going to tell my kids the harsh way, because again, I am a single mother. I don't have a father figure. So I am my kid's father. I can never teach my sons how to be a man, but I can teach them how to respect a woman. That I can do, because me as a woman, I know how I would want to be respected.
Okay. So with that being said, right, and you don't have to get personal. I respect however you choose to go about this question.
Yeah, I don't care.
What would you teach your daughter, right, on how to vet a man to get a man to marry her?
For one, what I would teach my daughter is, one, education.
What that got to do with marriage?
It has a lot to do with marriage, because the mindset of the female is going to be the mindset of the male. Energies attract energies. So if I'm ignorant, then I'm gonna attract ignorance.
So when you say education, you're talking about degrees, or you're just talking about being wise?
Being educated, being wise. You don't have to have a degree to be wise.
Okay.
There
That
are
okay.
ancestors out here never went to school, but they were nurses, doctors, like they were taking care of us.
That
You feel me?
yeah,
So
that's what I was trying to.
yeah,
That's what I was trying to get to. I was
you
trying to
don't have
figure
to have
out.
a degree or certification or license to be wise, to know
Okay.
how to treat
So
somebody, to know how to care for somebody. Like if you know how to take care of yourself and put that smile on your face, then I expect for you to know how to do the same for other people. Like you know
okay.
that you wanna, well, regardless, that's going off topic. But anyway, like what I'm saying is how I would teach my daughter is the opposite of what I did not have. So I didn't grow up with a family, even though I have 11 brothers. The way they taught me is the way I'm just now learning about life because they were heavy in the streets. So when they were heavy in the streets, I was never allowed to be in the streets. But when I would come from school, I would get jumped. I would lose. But then I couldn't go back home and cry to my people because what they do, they ended up gathering all those people, all those kids that jumped me, and I had to fight them one on one. And they found out that they couldn't beat me. I don't want my daughter to have to go through that. So what I'm going to teach my daughter is keep your head on the swivel and run. You don't always
Okay.
got to fight your battles. So
So how is that going to help her obtain a husband?
So the hardship that I went through is teaching her that she doesn't have to go through that hardship. So the hardship that she's going through, I'm going through it for her. So I had to learn how to be a soft girl. She's going to be a soft girl. Men don't want other men. That's why it's hard for me. Because I've been so dominant in my life, it's hard to allow a man to step in and tell me what I've been doing. I need to switch up. When it comes to my daughter, she's going to see the hardship that I went through. She's going to see the hardship that I dealt with. She's going to see everything that I had to go through to get her to where she's going. And she's going to appreciate that. And then she's going to see, okay, well, I know daddy's not here. She's going to ask questions just like I did. And then that's when the truth comes out. And then that right there is going to be the start of teaching her the ins and the outs of a good and a bad and a toxic and a situationship. But until then, it's all within her mind and her education. Because if she just going into school, man, I don't care about this school, man. Man, this school ain't nothing to me, man. How am I going to get across to you if that's already your mindset? So going back to, that clip I sent you, Mingo, with the mother getting the kids up. You see there's no father in that situation. But you see the kids did not disrespect her. You see the kids got up. You see the kids understand that it's school. They don't have time to play with their mother because, again, their mother probably has to get up and go to work. There's no, oh, I missed the bus. So yes, let's get up. Let's go brush our teeth and let's get ready for school.
And I don't know if you saw that video, Miss Harmony, but it was a video that she sent me of a mother that was like pretty much like it was a skit. But she was pretty much waking her kids up in the morning, but it was like that typical get out of bed. And she was cursing, using curse words to her kids, just wilding. And it was to get her kids up. But it was a skit nonetheless. But my thing was this is how a lot of single mothers tend to talk to their kids. Now, here's the thing. That is not teaching a woman, your daughter, or her daughters, I should say, how to live a soft life. That's a very hard life. If you have to yell at your children in order for them to get them moving, there's something you did wrong in the past.
But
I don't have to.
Do you have the clip to show the clip? Because me personally, tell you from up north, like the demeanor that she had is not like get up, get your, like it's not that. It's hey let's get up. It's time to go to school. Like it's firm. There's no cracks in the system. It's you knew you when you went to bed you had to get up. So it's time to get up.
see the video.
Let's go to school. Stop
Right.
fucking playing with me. That's how she was doing it. But when
All
it
right,
comes
I got
to
the
a
clip.
family home household, they think that the black single mother is aggressive. They feel as if, oh, she's cursing at her kids, call CPS. Oh well, she's yelling at her kids to tell her kids to
I
get
got the clip. I got the clip. Let me play the clip for you real quick.
All right, bet.
Hold on. All right. All right, here we go. Hold on, let me unmute, and here we go.
School day. Let's get the fuck up.
Hold up. Why I can't see it? Hold
Put
up.
my fucking glasses on so you can see some shit. Let's go. Okay. The little break over with.
So, all right, let's just stop there.
You ain't gotta-
You think that that's a proper way to talk to your children?
Yes, because it's being stern.
So let's rewind that real quick.
Like you knew when you went to sleep, you were probably on the phone because if you play the clip, you see she grabs her
That's
phone.
what today is.
Hold on.
School day. Let's get the fuck up.
Yes.
Come on.
You see she grabbed her phone. You see she
that
grabbed
is
her phone. So that
you do not have to talk to your kids like that in order to get your
that
kids out of
means
school.
that she knew that she had to go to school that
Doesn't
night.
matter.
She had
Still
her
a child.
phone, which means she stayed up all night. Responsibility. She is not no little kid. She has to be all of probably like 10, 11, if not older.
Can I see the whole video though? Let me see the
Yeah,
whole
all right, let's go.
Put my fucking glasses on so you can see some shit. Let's go. Okay. The little break over with. You ain't got to think about shit. Just go on in and get up or about shit. Just get the fuck up. What? I ain't loud. Get. You ready? Come on. Got that bonnet on. That's what I love. Come on. It's time to go to school though. Yo, break over with. Let's go. It's school day, boo. Fuck up. Don't fight me. I fight back. Oh, get on up. No, come on, baby. You look beautiful getting up in the morning. Let's go. Excuse me, boo. Hello. Is you there? I don't know what you did, but time to get the fuck on up, boo. It's school day. Let's get it. I ain't never been this happy in the morning, but yes, sir. Let's go. Hey.
All right. So that's the clip.
I don't know.
And
I'm
you
not.
think that that's okay?
I can't
Sadie?
fathom really talking to kids like that. I got nieces and nephews.
Right.
I don't really talk to them like that. She talking to them like they grown. Like that's how I would wake you and Kay up. Like that's how I would wake my homegirls up. Like, all right, we got ish to do. Get the F up.
Mm-hmm. But you see, she's a single mom too.
Though.
What's that got to do with anything?
And I think that means that you should be a place of peace and not that's chaotic. That's not peace. That's chaotic.
As a mother, what I'm trying to get y'all to understand as a mother, there's kids that like to play, and she knows her kids. So she knows if you look in the first clip, again, as I was stating, these kids knew that they had to go to school. Again, if you look in that first clip with the daughter, and she sat there, she was in the bed, what she said, put your glasses on. You knew you had to go to school, but you see she had to get that phone up too.
I didn't see her pick up no phone.
Yeah.
The phone was on beside the child's
It doesn't
leg.
matter if there was a phone. It doesn't matter if there was food. It doesn't matter whatever it is. You do not talk to your children that way.
Yeah,
you see, and I think we normalize that.
Let's go to school. Let's go.
Right. But how are you teaching your daughter how to be soft? How are you teaching your daughter how to be soft?
I'm not
talking to your child like that.
We said kids.
They're kids.
Types of kids. You have your daughters and you got like sons. Now, when it comes to my sons, I'm talking to my sons like my sons.
That's
like
weird.
get up, son.
What does that mean?
What do you mean? My sons are my best friends. My daughter is my friend. Regardless, I'm still the parent, and
Your sons are not your friends.
You still got to understand that I have no male in the household, so I am her. So at the end of the day, these kids are gonna play with
you. You should be her and not her and him.
You can't be, because kids are going to play with you, just like your kid.
I got kids.
I bet you.
I got 3 kids.
And there's something that if there's something that you don't like that let me reverse. If it's something that the mother says, "Oh, you can't have," or something of that sort, kids are very manipulative. They will find a way to still get what they want. But I bet you they go to you, which is the father. And what do you say? It's what your mother say. Or, yeah, sure, you can have it. We, as single parents, we don't have that extra parent. So we're telling you to get up and you're still laying down, or you're covering yourself up as if that girl did, because her mother definitely said get up, pulled the covers back, and she pulled the covers back. That's defiance, which means now get that ass up.
Are they adopted? Like, are they adopted? Did she just get them at
that
that
age?
kids
back if she was adopted
and have them the whole time? Like,
no,
what are we talking about? If she had them the whole time,
kids.
Why did she not raise them to know to? Child, I can't.
Because
I can't
you are your own person.
That's
like
everybody. No, that's very weird to me.
Y'all don't
that's
understand. Kids are their own.
I'm not
person.
A parent, and I don't think I can even chime in.
Exactly.
That's odd to me. I don't
Kids
understand the concept of a
person.
child. Why feel the need to talk to a child like that? Why?
Kids are their
You
own
had
person.
all of this time to prepare them to get up. That's your whole thing. Your only job as a parent is to raise these children to integrate into society. Why would you do that in a way that belittles them by cursing at them as children? Are they going to go to work now and expect to be scolded because they're not doing what they know they're supposed to do for whatever reasons?
But y'all see that, but y'all don't even see the love that's in there. Like, that's nothing.
No one cares about. No one cares.
No
one cares about that love.
What is she saying, and how is she saying it? Why is that equivalent to love to you?
Black mother, but y'all
Why
don't
does
even
that
see
sound like
the
love to you,
aspect
Sandy?
of it. On there's no male. The male is the aspect of the whole home.
So if
the father was to come in that house and say, "Hey, yo, all y'all get up, it's time to go to school."
Sandy,
they up, but there is no male in that home.
Why does that look like love to you?
Kids are going to sit there and play with the females, no different than a dog, in which the puppies will sit there and bark and bite and all of this. But when that mother of that dog, or that father of the dog, or the oldest dog, they straighten right up.
Sandy, why does that look like love to you? Why does that look like love to you, Sandy?
That's what I'm saying is there's different aspects of love. You can't just say,
why does that look like love to you?
Love. You only get
How does that sound like love to you? Why does that feel like love to you?
Because you're putting in sternness. You're letting them know this is what you have to do.
You can be stern without cursing. Why does that feel like love to you?
If you look at the statistics, there are so many educated people that use curse words than other words.
To children. I curse all the time. I don't speak like that to children. I would never start my nieces and nephews' day off talking about get the F up, get off your. I'm not talking to children
get up off
like
your
that.
Ass. Y'all been sitting here.
That's not
y'all
love.
Been sitting here y'all been off of school.
Andy.
For
that's not affection. That's not how you. That's not how we need to be parented.
Let's go to school.
No.
Let's go. Mommy is tired.
That's chaos.
You've been here all this time. It's time to get educated.
That is chaos,
Let's go.
That's chaos, my love. That's not okay.
It's not chaos.
It's not chaos. It's normal.
Sandy, do you believe there's another way to look at things other than the way you know things to be?
There is, but again, that goes back to if you cannot tell me how to raise a kid if you don't have a kid, because you don't know.
But I do, right? I do have a kid.
Regulations of what it means to have a kid, and it's just like, I'm not trying to cut you off, but you also gotta listen, just like I had to listen, because at the end of the day, you're a single family household. You grew up as a single family household. I didn't grow up as a single family. I grew up with a single mother too. Did you not just say that your step? Who was it? I think it was you, Tay. You said that you grew up in the household with your stepmother, right?
You said I grew up in a household with my stepmother?
Yeah, your father and your stepmother? Okay, so that was you.
Either way.
Yeah.
We know who you're talking about. Me. I grew up with a single mother.
Uh-huh.
And it was three of us. It wasn't just one.
Uh-huh.
Right? And let me tell you something. And let me make sure my mom is not watching right now.
No, I want her to watch.
Because
I would prefer her to watch. At the end
No,
of the day,
so hold on. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. Let me tell you something.
It's only
Let
going to
me
be
tell.
the
Let
mother
me tell you. Let me tell you something. No, let me. No, it's the truth of a father that needs to open up the eyes of a son. But let me tell you. Let me tell you something. My mother talked to us like that, right? And what it did was created a resentment in women with me. It made me feel as if that's how black women are. And that's what I had to deal with and tolerate when I dealt with disrespect from black women, because I felt normalized by being cursed out by a mother that tried to get me up in the morning, but because she was stressed out because there was no father in the home, it felt as if the burden had to be put on my back. So yes, that's what single mothers tend to do to their boy children. Their daughters, in return, tends to pick up their ways and treat the men like how the mothers treated the kids in the household. That's what that happens when you talk to your children like that.
No.
So you think it's love because that's all you know, but it doesn't. It doesn't.
Y'all
It
see
doesn't.
it and y'all think that that's just period
That
point blank.
is
That's just
that
how she
is
speaks to her kids
necessity
in general.
wrapped in
Like y'all
violence.
saw one clip. Y'all don't even know she took the kids to school, gave the kids a
Don't
hug.
care.
Kids
One
said,
clip is all we need to see.
have a wonderful day.
That's not the point. That's
It's
not.
still
She's
love
obviously doing
regardless.
what she needs to do. Nobody's saying she's not doing what she needs to do. Nobody's saying she's not a good mom. All I'm saying is the way that she is coming at those children is not going to be conducive for them in adulthood because it is violent. It is not wrapped in love. It is wrapped in necessity.
It's giving softness.
There's no softness there.
It is.
Okay, so yeah, and that's why our community is so
why
hard.
do you perceive that
It's
as
giving softness
That's
because the
not
world
healthy,
is not
Sandy.
soft. The world
That's
is
not
not soft.
healthy.
And the world is not soft.
So if a father
why
could walk
not
in the
have
room,
softness in the home? She's
You
literally
can have
giving them
softness
up
in
to
the
go
home,
to
but you
the
still
world.
you can have
Why
softness
not
in the
give
home,
them
but you
soft-
still have to teach your kids the hardness of the
You're right.
of the
I
world.
don't have kids.
That's
Not
the
my
whole
daughter.
point. Like you
I ain't
can
got a daughter.
have a soft home, and then once you have that soft home, they step out in the hardship of the world. Then now you got a baby that's in the bubble in the bubble.
Okay,
No,
or
teach
you
them,
understand, or you grow up to
you
understand
that
the
you don't want your
harshness
kids
of the
to
world,
curse. But
and
when
you
you step
decide that
outside
you don't
these
want to go
doors,
home
I bet you
because
10
there's no
times these
softness
kids
there.
are out here cursing. They might not curse in front of you, but outside of these doors, these kids are cursing. We can only control what happens inside of our home,
And
because
when
once
they
these
grow
kids
up,
come out in society, then that's when society raises them. So if I'm
but
sitting
when
here
those
cursing
kids
at
grow
you,
up,
not only am I telling you that you need to get your ass up, now I'm sitting here letting you know that you're not going to play with me. You already knew that you had to get up. This is not my first time. That was her second and third time telling that little girl that she needed to get up.
Sandy,
Like,
my heart
it's
breaks for you right
multiple
now.
aspects to that clip that y'all, as a single person with no kids, you as a two-parent household with a kid with kids, and
Because
me
you relate does not make you.
does not understand.
doesn't make it okay.
It doesn't
It
matter
does
if
not
it's
make it okay,
It's
Sandy.
the correlation
I love
with how
you,
she
I
has
do,
to raise
but you're
the
breaking
kids.
my heart. You're
It's
breaking
all in
my heart.
how you have to raise the kids. For example,
That is not how you
when
please.
Ari's over here and she doing what she needs to do, and I'll tell her to stop. I say, Ari, stop. That is my 1-year-old daughter. Then she wants to sit here, look back at me, and keep going. Ari, stop messing with that.
And I'm not saying soft. I'm not even saying
leave
soft
it the fuck
parent.
alone. And what does she
And
do?
then,
She stops it, and then she keeps going. You can only do it so
so
many
do you?
times.
So
It's
Sandy, wait a minute, Sandy,
that I am your mother. You're going to
Sandy,
me. As the old folks used to
Sandy.
say, do
Let
as
me give you another way.
do.
Let me give you another way that you could do that with your daughter, and I hope this helps you, right? To
I
where
don't
you
need
are not.
help.
Hold on. Okay. Well, I hope this helps. I hope this helps. I hope this helps someone watching, right? There's a way that you can do that. If you say, daughter, put that down. And she looks at you and continues to play with it, because that's what kids do, right? You can now get up, remove yourself from where you are. You see, this is what parents are supposed to do.
Right. And then
get
when
up.
you do that,
Hold on for a minute. You get up, you sit down with your child, you get to their level, and you talk to your child, and you let them know why you're saying to stop. You give them, what you're doing is instilling boundaries in them. No, it's not installing.
When
Installing
I'm
is what you do to
installing,
the
when I'm
equipment.
saying I'm
It's in-
install, you want me to install this into her, and it's not who
No,
she is.
no,
instill it. He's saying
I don't
instill
want
it.
you to install anything because that's
Yeah.
not the
I
right
understand
word.
what instill means, Tay. Listen to the wordplay. Install.
Well, he was
means
still
I have.
finishing his
But let me finish. Let me just finish this
Go
part real
ahead.
quick. And I'll go to my daughter and I would talk to my daughter on her level and let her know why. And yes, she might do it again and again and again. But eventually she's going to remember my daddy is telling me this for a reason, or my mommy is telling me this for a reason. And it's going to become common nature to her, as it does to all men and women, that is not. Unless your child has some type of chemical imbalance mentally, then yeah, that's a little different. And should you get that child checked out? Yes. But
And
if
if
as long
you
as your
had that
child
child
is
checked
normal, as long as your child is normal,
I'll say normal.
then eventually,
There's
well,
no
as long,
such thing
okay,
as
you're
normal.
right. All right. As long as your child thinks like the average person, eventually they will get it. And they will say, you know what? There's a reason why my mommy said, no, don't touch this, and I won't touch it anymore. It happens. This is parenting. But yo, get the fuck up. That's not going to help your child do
So you're
anything
telling
but
me
be angry.
That's
This is
why.
why kids
it's
run away
not
from their
no,
houses.
it's
That's
not
why I asked
if
if they
it's
were fosters.
consistent. If it's consistent, like every day, all day is yelling, cussing, fussing, understood. But if I'm telling my daughter again, stop messing with that, I get up, I remove her, I talk to her, and she goes back and does it again, and I remove her again. I'm not gonna keep doing
Okay,
that.
so I
Stop
get
messing with it
that.
before you get
But
electrocuted.
that's why I asked to see the whole clip. In the whole clip,
Different.
she spoke to each child like that initially. It was completely unprompted when she started coming into the room, yanking off the covers and saying, "Get the F up, you know it's time for
That
school."
wasn't for all of them. That wasn't for
That was
all
for
of
Did
them.
it to
each and
all
every
three of them.
single
No, it
one of
All
them.
three
wasn't.
kids.
And she had specific idioms for each and every one of them. Run the
It wasn't
video
for
back.
all of them. Because even the one when she took the covers off, she said, "Oh, I like it. You got your bonnet on. I like to
And
see
still
that."
cussed at him. And still cussed at him.
Regardless, some people
And gave
curse.
aggression. That's not softness. That is delusion. That woman
That
needs
is
therapy.
not.
That
That is
woman needs
not.
therapy. And you
Delusion
do
is not
too.
understanding the concept that each person is different and you got to raise each person differently. That's
But
the
she had
delusion.
all of
The
those years
delusion
to
comes
do
from
that. She
not
should have been
understanding
started
that when you
that.
have to raise a child, that there's different places that you
She
have
should
to
have been
take. There's
started
different
that.
forms. There's different
If
words that
she-
you have to use when it comes to a child. For example,
If she
the same
just
way that
got those children
I talk
and
to
she
my
never
kids,
knew them
I know
before
that I
that,
can't talk to another kid like that because they might have something going on. Like I said, my kid is my kid. Everybody raises their kid differently. Not one time have I heard, "Mommy, I hate you." Not one time have I heard, "F you, Mom." I curse around my kid. I don't give two fucks. I really don't. But as soon as they say that, I'm going to tell you something. And I'm going to tell you this one time. Do as I say, not as I do. That is a bad word. Don't say that again. Okay, Mommy. They don't say it again. Regardless.
and that is not a good way to raise a child. I'm
There's
sorry.
still, so you're telling me.
It's
You're
toxic.
telling me. Nope. You're
It's
telling
toxic.
me that when they go outside these doors, they're not going to hear no curse words.
Doesn't
That's
matter
not
what they
the
hear
point,
outside.
girl.
It matters
telling
is
You
what you
should
teach
tell
them.
them and make them
because you got to
God,
understand.
what is
Listen,
going on. Are you? Am I talking to the
Because you
camera?
got,
Like
what do
what?
you
What?
mean? What's going on?
That's your
We're
job
in
to
a
tell them
society
what's
where
going
they
on
do
out
nothing
there.
but
Why do you
fussing,
think that
cussing,
you
and
have to be
negativity.
outside? Why do you think you have to be outside in the house? What
What do
is
you mean
that?
they're going outside? They're not going to be stuck in the house 24/7.
What on earth is going on here?
They're not like these kids are not stuck in the house 24/7. They
Girl,
go
that's
out
not
to
the
school.
point. That's not the point. You need to be
That
home
is
to
the
the
point.
kids, not
When you have a
outside
kid,
to
you
the
have to
kids.
raise your kid for society. Do you not?
Yo,
You have
Sandy,
to raise
your
your
neighbors
kid.
are gonna call the police on you because you're yelling so loud.
Do you not?
Breaking my heart.
You have to understand that when you walk out these doors, that there's people outside that want nothing but harm done to your kid. You
They
gotta
can
understand
understand that, and
that.
you
Just like
because
you
of
go
that,
outside these doors
because
and
of
you
that,
got a white
they
man sitting
need
outside.
love
You
at
think
home.
you're gonna allow your kid to walk down the street? No, you're gonna hold
Sandy,
on, baby. You're
it's
gonna teach
because
them
of
to
that
be
they
cautious
need
of
that
their
love at
surroundings,
home.
correct?
They need softness. Where are they gonna get
So
softness
at
from,
the end of the
Sandy?
day,
Okay,
Where are they gonna get it from? He said
okay.
it's not outside.
So check
You still
this
have
out,
the
right?
focus in the home,
Check
but you
check.
also have the heart.
Hold on,
said
Sandy.
it's
1
not
second,
outside.
Sandy.
Just as soon as you teach
Sandy.
them that softness,
Sandy, let me get the mic, Sandy, real
hard
quick.
head, they're not gonna know how to handle it.
Sandy, let me get the mic. All right, look, you see this question. You see this right here, right? Don't touch the stove because it's hot. Don't touch. Kid does it again and gets burnt and never touches the stove again, right? So basically, hold on. Now, let me show you something. How many
There's your point.
children actually touch the stove and get burned after you tell them
3.
not to touch the stove?
3.
I have 3 children, 3 boys that have never been burnt by touching the stove because I had constant conversations without yelling at them, without screaming at them about staying away from the things of danger. To this day, and I'm making a daily reminder to my children to have self-preservation and how important their bodies are and how important that without having to yell at them to tell them don't touch the stove. I literally just have a conversation because they're smart enough to understand that eventually I could get burnt. I even show my kids videos of what burns look like, of what people that get shot look like, of what these things, the dangers in the outside world look like without having to tell them, hey, let's go outside and find a shooting. I don't have to do that.
Yep.
I just need to constantly talk to my children, which is what I do.
That's what
without yelling at them, without beating them, without I don't have to do that.
And
2-parent household or not.
And see, the difference between that is you're telling them about getting shot. I'm teaching my kids how to fix a wound. That's the difference. I'm survival.
So you're getting your kids ready for war.
What? So you want them to get shot?
It's not necessarily war. It's life.
I teach them to stay away from danger. No,
it's life. It's life. It's life. Because at the end of the day, a lot of people die. A lot of parents die because they didn't
That is your life, Sandy, and it shouldn't be theirs.
That's not everybody's life.
That is. Everybody.
That's your life, Sandy. And
not everybody gets shot.
That's not my life.
You're telling me you would rather take a kid. Oh, well, just call 911 instead of teaching them how to do CPR and call 911. That's what you're telling me? That's what you're telling me.
No, that's completely not what nobody's telling
different.
You.
That's not what we're saying.
You're teaching them how to survive.
We're talking about providing softness in the household and not cursing at your children.
I'm teaching my kids.
We're talking about providing softness in your household. Mingo brought up the point that he brought up to indicate that you can instill these things in your child. So by the time they get to this age, if in fact they're not getting up, they already have it instilled that there are consequences to that. You don't have to sit here and wake your children up abruptly, cursing at them for them to understand that they need to go to school and handle their responsibilities.
Again,
they need softness in the household because of the fact. Let me finish. They need softness in the household because of the fact that it's wicked outside. You can educate your children to the wickedness without actually being the wickedness that you're saying is out there. You don't have to be an example of that. When you're cursing and bringing that violence first thing in the morning, that's exactly what you're doing. And you're excusing it because it's outside of the world too. That's nonsense. If you're home, then you're home. What that does is it breeds a legacy in the children that grow up, especially young men that don't want to go home because there's no fucking difference. What's the difference? You're talking about dressing a wound that a person should not even have.
It's a big difference because at the end of the day, you gotta understand outside you have nobody loves you out there. Inside is nothing but love and hardship.
They can understand that while you give them love.
At the end of the day, the shit that's outside,
you're not wrong for
the
that,
hardship
Sandy,
that's outside, and the softness that's inside, the kids are not gonna be prepared for what's gonna be outside at all. So you have to do that.
They're not if you're not preparing them. You don't need to prepare them by being
we have to teach our kids. Outside, they let them know what the Caucasians want them to know. Like I said, when it comes to us as mothers, we are the first, the only educators when it comes to our kids. We are the ones that
breeding children to adapt to a society that should not exist.
What you're not supposed to do. We can't teach our kids
your children to adapt to a society that should not exist.
They don't know what a car is if they don't go outside. So therefore,
You're
you have
breeding
to
your
be hard on
children
the
to
young.
adapt to a
In
society that should
society
not
alone, you
exist.
got to be hard on your kid, because ain't nobody else outside gonna have that same softness that you were supposed to have. Just like nowadays, you talk to mad females, right? A 2-parent household. The first thing you ask a female, what is it they looking for a man, right? They're gonna say the same thing my daddy or my grandfather was to me, which is loving and all of that. But if you go outside in them streets, you're gonna end up like me, because you're looking for something that's not there and you're not prepared for it. So the same
You just
thing
told
with
us
the
you didn't even
kids.
have that,
It's
Sandy.
the same thing for the kids. My kids are not going to be prepared for life unless they know exactly what life is. They're not going to sit here and look at the news. These are kids we talking about.
They're still not gonna know. They're still not gonna know. They are not coming into the same
You see this,
circumstances as you
you
did.
can't do that like that. You can't walk in front of a car, or this is what's going to happen.
Just change
Kids are very hard-headed. Kids are very hard-headed. Very.
Yo, so Sandy. Yeah, your neighbors are gonna call the cops on you.
No, they not,
If
because
you
all
fighting
these noises
somebody
are
in
making
there.
my house sound like a ghost town. They can't say nothing.
Yeah.
They better be
All
looking.
right,
Ain't got
listen,
no
look.
broomstick going up and down the walls.
Listen, look. What I realize here is that we are at a dead end with you. There's no compromise. You see, and what I believe is when
That's
we
not a
have these
good thing.
conversations, yeah, we
I
should
feel
be
like
able
we
to
should have
say,
another.
okay,
We
I
should have
could see.
another single mother on this panel, because I can't. It's
I
hard.
could have
But you said
arranged
like
that.
being a single mother is the
two-family
ideal
household,
situation.
because
This is not
it's
an ideal
different. It's
situation.
different. Everybody is different. Everybody's situation is different. When it comes, like, I personally, no disrespect, Tay, I love you to death, but
Why
I
single
feel like
fathers never say that they have to talk to their kids like that?
I feel like you can't speak when it comes to a kid's situation. You can't.
Why
Why
does single fathers, Sandy, why single fathers never say they need to talk to their kids like that?
For one, because a single father has that oomph already. They already have that. Like, for example,
You got that oomph too.
Hold on, wait. For example, I would sit here and tell my daughter 4 or 5 times.
I just caught that.
Right? 4 or 5 times, boom. Let my uncle come over here. Tell her one time not to do something and it's straight. Mind you, my uncle barely seen her, but she listens when it comes to a man, because y'all got that deepness in the voice. We don't have that.
You got it.
Oh, I definitely do. But I'm not going to sit here and continue to talk like that. I'm not. Then I'll really be wanting to know why I can't find a man, because they sitting here wondering, thinking if I am one. So right. No. I'm not gonna do it. Like, I already had that issue with the small dots. So it's like, no, I'm not finna. No, voice deepening is
okay, Sandy. So let's just before we go, I would like for you to take what I'm about to say and really like ingest this if you can. Work on yourself. Hold on, work on yourself in order to be the woman that is the opposite of how you've been, to help you find the man that you need. Because everything you're telling me right now on how this situation started is letting me know why you may have experienced situations with men that are undesirable for your outcomes. And it sounds like you were raised hard, and things that happened to you in life made you obviously who you are. And it's not attractive to men.
And that's fact.
You might be, you're a beautiful woman, and I think the world will look at you and say, "Let me get to know you." And I know you a little better, because honestly, when you and I met, within the first 2 days, we had an argument.
No, it wasn't. It was the first day.
It was the first. Okay, there we go. The first day I met you, me and you got into an argument. The third day I met you, we argued again.
Oh, it was the fourth.
Okay. Okay. So, right. But I know the sides of you that's hard, and I'm like, yo, it's going to stop you from getting the results. And also, the last thing I want is for our babies, meaning your baby, to be outside and feeling like she needs to be hard or they need to be hard because the world is hard. No, there's a way to teach your kids to navigate this world using intelligence than anger and frustration. Because what happens with people that do that is you stepped on my shoes, my lack of emotion is going to end up making me put you in the ground.
But
What
who
happens to
said
young ladies
anything-
is they
who
end
said
up
anything like that. I never said anything about
because you don't know
But
because Sandy, the bad part is that the one thing that you don't understand is how men deal with women off of how their mothers treated them or how their mothers talk to them. You don't understand that because you are not a man.
exactly.
Right? So a lot of men, and I talk to men, and they tell me the same thing. My mother, you see a lot of aggravated and men that's in jail. There's a reason why the majority of the population of black men that's in jail came from single mother households. It's because the lack of self-control that they have that they learned.
But that has
So
nothing to do with that.
just because
man,
you're
right?
used, I'm not saying it doesn't. That's not the point. The point is that because your situation is dealt to you the way that it is, you still can change the way you deal with your children. That's the point. You can't help with whatever this nigga choose to do. He's gone. You now have to learn how to navigate the situation better so your children don't resent women and people, period.
They don't. My oldest son is a titty man. Love him.
What
My
does that
youngest
mean?
son, like, what do you like? My kids love. That's what I'm saying.
Titties?
My kids love. Like they do. They love. The whole titty thing was because it was like resenting females. Like, nah, my sons love females. That's why I said.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying because your sons are not adults dealing in the world with hardships and people
I ain't
yet.
even gonna lie.
How old is your son?
11, 7, and 1. 11.
So you still got children. I have a 25-year-old son, and I'm gonna tell you this.
He was born early 90s when men were still men.
You got a 25-year-old son? Is he single?
Yeah. Damn. Actually, he is. But the thing with my son, now the thing with my son, now you could say that my son grew up with a single mother because me and the mother broke up when I was 18. Right. So now if you look at my son right now, I was involved, but he was primarily raised by his mother. But I picked a woman that had self-control on how she talked to him. So guess what? Now he's 25, no kids, no baby mamas. He started a security business in New York City, got his gun license. He does security for top clients. Right. On top of that, he works for Brick. He does 3 jobs, has his own house. He's doing his thing in New York City, right? And it's all because it's a way to raise them. So whatever you're talking about, I've been through, just in a different way. And I've watched other women deal with it in a different way other than anger. It's not the only way, Sandy. And what we're trying to help you understand is that what we're trying to help you understand is the moment you say, get the fuck up, that's anger.
It's not anger.
That's not love.
That's just like, bro, boom. Because when I first moved down here, son, I kept getting mad harsh shit. So boom, like I'm like, yo, what up, dummy? Oh, you calling me a dummy? Nah, like I'm just saying, like, what up? Like, what's up? What's going on? Like I said, it's not anger. Everybody's different. You gotta understand, I'm from Baltimore, Maryland. So if I'm
maybe I've been in the South too long. I've been in the South too long, and girl,
I'll beat y'all ass. Is get y'all asses up.
Listen. I'm from New York, born and raised. My father was a corrections officer. My stepmother was a corrections.
Type of New York, Kay.
That is how I was raised. And I'm trying to tell you, like I came down here and I fell in love with a man from Texas. I couldn't talk to him like that, and it didn't work out because I wouldn't change. And that's what I'm trying to get you to understand. I've learned, and I'm still learning. And just listen. It's not going to benefit in the long run by having that aggression. I get that that's how we were raised, but that is a problem. It's a problem the way we were raised. We should not
And
have been
there's a
spoken to
problem
like
with
that,
all of
and
the
we can't
Yankees
talk
up
to our
north.
children like that. Listen, we
The
can't keep
problem.
doing this as women.
The
We
whole
cannot
up
keep
north,
doing this
Baltimore,
because my
Jersey,
listen, I
Philly
took care
is
of
a
my
problem with
grandmother for
everybody up
3 years. My grandmother does not speak like that. My auntie does not speak like that. I spoke like that. I wasn't around them. I was around the correction officer. I was around my mother that did crack for 25 years. I was around my father that had sex with my mother and was on correction, was a captain. I was spoken to like an inmate. I was trained how to survive off commissary. I was trained of how to make shanks and know where to hide them in case I went to jail. That's not healthy. But at the
That's
same
you. I'm
token,
not teaching my
but
kids
at the
that.
that's what I'm trying to tell. Listen, we can teach
All I'm
different
telling
things
them is to
differently.
get their
The
ass up.
ultimate
I'm not
goal
telling
is
them go get your got
the
and bang.
ultimate
I'm not
goal
telling them none
is
of that. Get your ass
eventually
up and go to school. That's it.
you get to a point where you realize all of that shit's not necessary. You can be soft, and being soft and having things rooted in love is always going to be what God wants for us moving forward. That's it. That's the whole shebang bizzle. You cannot have that same level. Do you pray to God like, yo, God, dead ass dummy? I pray to God, yo, God,
I
dead ass
talk.
dummy.
I
Give
dead
me,
ass
give me,
do.
yo, I dead
I
me.
dead
Like, you're
ass
not praying,
do.
like,
I
that's
dead
not
ass do.
love, bro.
I dead ass do because it says, "Come as you are." You are to talk to God
That's
as
not
if
it, bro.
what? Boom.
It
Would you
also
talk to
says
your boss
humble
like that at
yourself
work?
before
Would
me.
you talk to your boss like that
Humble
at work?
yourself
Do I
before
talk to
me,
my
bro.
kids?
Like humble
You said what?
yourself before.
Do you talk to your boss? Do you talk to your boss like that at work?
I don't see my boss.
If you had a boss,
We all gonna learn.
would you talk to your
We all
boss
gotta
like
live
that
and
at
My
learn.
work?
boss, but all my coworkers and mind you, I
all
work
gotta
at the
live and learn.
hospital. We all talk like that, and I'm going to
We all
record
gotta
it.
live and learn.
I'm trying to tell you,
She pray to God to listen.
God dizzle. Like,
We all
what do
gotta
you
live and
mean?
learn.
Like,
Different
hey, yo,
lessons,
I'm
different
matter of
tests,
fact,
different
that
seasons.
ass like how I pray is, hey, yo, God, I know I haven't talked to you in a minute, but I'm here now, and I just want you to know that I'm here to continuously stay consistent with you, regardless of the bullshit that I got going on. I hope that you sit here and understand where my heart is coming from and understand that I'm trying to change. That's how I talk to my God. Like, it ain't like that's
Try
the same way I
talking to
talk
him
my
more
But wait,
kids.
sensitively.
so if you have, whenever you feel like God
Yeah.
don't listen to you, do you be like, yo, are you fucking
Yeah.
listening to me? Do you talk to God like that?
I never feel as if God's not listening, because even if there's things that doesn't, like when my car got, I'm mad as hell, but I'm not cursing at my God. I'm walking down the street 4 hours and some change talking about thank you, God, because he's letting me know that the blessing that he gave me, I was being selfish and I was taking it for granted. So regardless
Give
of
that to your
any
children.
situation, I'm a
So I know that yes.
Up,
So
down,
I know that you
everywhere.
have it in you to speak respectfully. Thank God. So please do that with your kids, please, y'all.
Yep.
That,
Just give that to the kids.
don't be like that
That
mother in
point
that
right
video.
there, you got your car took. You could have wilded out. You could have called the finance company, cursed them out. But instead, you thank God. Thank your children for being here. Thank you for being alive. Wake up, go to school, be soft, love
And
them,
they do.
kiss them,
When
hug them.
watch, you'll
Goodbye.
see, because when Ari wake up, what Ari do, thank you, God, and then she go about her motherfucking business. Like, again, it's not often no harsh shit. Like, it's just how niggas talk.
I'm not saying you do.
You feel me? Like, just because I curse, hey yo, Ari, get that shit up for me right quick. She gonna get that shit up for me right quick. You feel me? And then she'll
don't
that bottom for me right quick. And then she'll like,
don't talk to the baby like that.
Like, it's
Don't
all
talk
in
to the
people
baby
raise
like
their
that.
kids differently.
Precious.
Like I said, regardless, my kids are very smart, very intelligent, and they don't hide from nothing. They're not shamed of nothing, and they're not
Maybe
scared
wanna
of
cry,
the outside door.
You see that?
And
You're
I
not
do
gonna curse at God, but
because one thing
you're
people don't
cursing.
understand is when the Bible says don't curse, they're talking about cursing at the person, meaning F you and I want you to go to HEW. That's cursing at a person. The Bible does not speak on specific curse words. There's not one indirect stating that says you are not allowed to use the word fuck. You're not allowed to use the word ass. Not allowed to use the word cat. You can't. There's no words in the Bible.
Those words didn't exist in that time, Sandy. That's not. They use things
Like what I'm
Exactly.
saying,
They use
Tay,
parables.
I
in
know
what
that
she
time.
that,
Those words didn't
Tay. I
exist.
understand that, Tay. But what I'm saying is, when people curse nowadays, they sit here and try to use the biblical term when it says "do not curse at thy neighbor." Them that's not understanding that cursing was completely different from what it is now.
Okay.
They're
All right, check
talking
it, right?
about cursing
So-
at somebody, not cursing
So,
to.
okay,
So I'm not
Miss
cursing
Harmony, I
at
think
my
you
God. I'm
and
cursing
I
to my
could
God.
agree on
I'm
this.
talking.
I think you and I could agree on this, Miss Harmony. Sandy needs to have sex. 1 year is going way too long for Sandy
No, because
without,
then I'll be in
without
this.
getting her cheeks clapped. You need to cut. You can do it respectfully, but you need some Peter, like bad, like
No,
bad, like
because the
bad,
last
like
time I
bad,
tried to
bad.
get
No,
some
just
Peter
love.
on Need
Just
to Marry,
love.
which will be coming out in December with this man right here on one of these squares, you'll see why.
Just love. Just
You'll
love.
see why.
This is crazy. This is
Because the
crazy.
We all
matchmaker right
need
here, I
love.
don't know what Cupid had going on, but this ain't Cupid. This is Quindarius right here.
He said,
Darius.
what the fuck?
Quindarius.
He said
Cupid, I don't know.
the
Cupid,
demon
Quindarius,
logic is crazy. Listen. I don't know. I can't
was
help.
no match right there.
I can't help the demons in you, but I could love you for who you are. But even with that being said,
For the
I
person
know.
who speaks on demons, that means that you have to acknowledge the demon, which means you are a demon. You got to acknowledge them.
Damn.
I don't acknowledge no demon. I rebuke it. So therefore,
In
for
the
you
name,
to call somebody a demon, you have
say
I'm
in Jesus' name, in Jesus' name.
Won't you do it?
Amen. So yo, check it. Right. I'm gonna end the show here because I know Miss Harmony only had an hour and she gave us an extra half hour to try to talk some sense into Sandy. So I appreciate you, Miss Harmony, for being here. But so check it.
We love you.
I love her.
They gonna always argue because he swear up and down. I'm less than thou. Like I hold nothing. Like
when did I say that? Did I ever say that? Less than thou?
Less than
I
thou.
never. I say you're crazy as hell. I ain't never say you're less than thou.
I'm not.
I believe you. Oh, you crazy.
Opinion. And everybody been
you
through
crazy
things before you consider somebody crazy. Like Marlon Wayans, don't call me crazy. Like you got to understand where that person's coming from. Like I said,
the one thing I told you when I first met you was the reason why I rock with you is because you remind me of a lot of the women I grew up with. You know what I'm saying? It's no different.
And don't care. I'm very blunt, honest, and I really don't care what nobody has to say.
Right. So it's not that I'm like, yo, you know, please don't ever think that I think you're less than, because that's so not the truth. You know what I'm saying? I just think you're crazy, but I don't think you're less than anything. You know, like that's not, you are valuable in your own way. Exactly. But with that being said,
that sounds like less than in all caps and sparkling letters.
I didn't say that. Yo, chill. Anyways, thank y'all for joining the show. Thank you, Sandy. I thought we would be able to come to some type of resolution, but I feel like every topic we talked about, we was all over the damn place. You know what I'm saying? But it's all love. It's all love. Sandy, hurry up and get your cheeks clapped because this is crazy.
No,
you need
something. What just said? The whole conversation. Don't have sex before marriage.
You get a pass.
Now I get a pass. See what I'm talking about?
Yo, we gonna clip that.
Now I get a pass. Now I get a pass because I'm not crazy. No, I'm crazy.
You get a whole pass. Do you, boo-boo? You know what I'm saying? Have fun.
No, for real, if everyone individually can work on themselves and continue to serve God the best way that they can and be humble enough to know that we can always change for the better, then collectively we will be okay. But if we can individually decide to just work on ourselves, whatever that looks like, whatever that means, we'll be okay collectively.
Right. You got any closing statements, Sandy?
Collectively means.
Sandy, you got any closing statements?
Okay.
No.
Now I can't hear y'all.
She said no. All right.
Like I said, I feel how I feel at the end of the day. My kids are not growing up to want to
Yes.
blow up the school, cut themselves, kill themselves, or end their life because I told them to get the fuck up. So at the end of the day, they're not going to love me less because I told them to stop fucking doing something because I'm using the F word. So at the end of the day, I know my kids love me just like I love them. At the end of the day, I know that the way I raised them is completely how I was raised, which means they're going to grow up to be better than me, in which that's all I want. So at the end of the day, I know what I'm doing as a single mother, and what I can do and what I should be doing is what I am doing.
Okay.
And can't nobody tell me
Respect.
different. And if anybody else got something else that they have to say about how I'm doing it, to come and teach me. And I'm a
trying
physical
to.
learner. I'm a physical learner. So teach me.
I'll be over there later on. Don't worry about it.
You trying to say you want to
No,
fight?
I'm saying,
Huh?
no, not to fight.
You
She don't
fight?
want to fight.
You said what?
No, she don't.
You said you was trying to. She said I'm a physical learner, and then she was like, "Teach."
I'm a physical learner.
You want?
She needs hands-on training.
Like, y'all can't sit here and tell me how to raise my kid without showing me how and teaching me how to raise my kid. Because clearly, what I'm doing is piss poor wrong. So I'm a physical.
I'll be over there later. I'll come and see you and Kay later.
And get all three of these motherfucking kids, take them to school, take them to daycare, pick their ass up, take them to after school.
Now that's
day.
asking too much. You OD.
No, I'm a physical
OD.
learner. So you have to
OD.
physically take on the responsibility to teach, so I can learn how to deal with. You can't have your own kids. You gotta have my kids, so I can learn how to raise my kids through y'all. So what time y'all picking these motherfuckers up?
These motherfuckers up. Listen, on that note, I love you.
Oh,
I love you, Sandy.
See how quick
Miss Harmony. Yo, I really appreciate you on this one. Thank you for hanging in there extra long. You know what I'm saying? You tried your best. We tried. You know what I'm saying? But every battle is not meant to be won. But with that being said, I'm going to see y'all on the next one. Yo, mute your mic. God damn it. Peace.
So right against the moonlight.
Call